Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm Blackbright and I am talking about I don't even know how to start it really. Because when people say to you, oh, if you've got nothing to hide, why are you worried? And you kind of think to yourself, yeah, well, that's true. But I think most of us, none of us, want to know that everything that we do and everywhere we go, we're being watched. And I mean, it does sound a bit tired sometimes, but I saw this video and I thought that when you put your phone on airplane mode, I thought it cut out all signals, or if you turned your phone off or whatever. But it doesn't, and I find it quite scary sometimes. I mean, a lot of times we're just doing absolutely nothing. I mean, 99.9% of the time we're just going about our daily business. And we kind of forget that everything that we're doing is being monitored. It's only like when you look at your phone and you've looked at a jumper and it shows you a jumper similar. Or when you go onto Google and you go to look for something and something crops up out of the blue that you haven't even asked for. And then you kind of think, okay, and it reminds you about you went down to the park or something, and then you realise, hey, hold on a minute, everything I'm doing is actually being recorded. Anyway, I got this video and I want to share it with you because sometimes, you can feel a bit paranoid. And I don't want to feel paranoid, but I just wanted to share it with you to see what kind of views you had about it. Now, this man is going to show you the phone in flight mode, and shows you what happens. Okay.
We know that Google is tracking us. We agree to it when we set up our phones. So we wanted to figure out what exactly Google is learning about us throughout the day. So here's what we're going to do. We have two identical phones. The only difference between these two phones is this one is in airplane mode. Both of the phones lack a SIM card, and they haven't been set up to access any Wi-Fi networks. So for all intents and purposes, these phones have no connection to a data network. We're going to keep them with us throughout the day. And while I travel around DC, we're going to figure out just what Google is finding out about me. Our first stop, Sim's convenience store, just outside our Fox Bureau, for a quick coffee. From there, we took a walk to the Capitol and took a quick walk around the Senate office buildings, and then decided to hop in a car and head around town. Hello. We're going to the Children's Hospital, please? To run our test, we had to do more than walk the block, so we took a tour around our nation's capital. First, due north to the Children's National Medical Center Hospital, then west to St. Albans School and the National Cathedral. Our tour around town was a 14-mile journey that lasted more than an hour. The entire time, the phones had no access to the internet. Oh my goodness. Not a Wi-Fi connection and not any cellular data service. It almost seemed quaint to assume that Google wouldn't even be able to collect data on me. Let's head back to the Bureau, my friend. That church is beautiful. Google's business model is simple. Collect data on its users and then use that data to sell targeted ads. It's a business model called surveillance capitalism. But does that critical data collection work even when your phones aren't connected? So we're back here at our Fox Bureau in DC, and we've got both of our phones exactly how we left with them. The only difference, really, I snapped a couple of bad selfies at the National Cathedral. But otherwise, they have stayed in my pocket for the entire day. So let's find out what they know. This is our man-in-the-middle device. It's basically a Wi-Fi network that these phones are going to connect to once we turn their Wi-Fi on. It's going to pass data through it on the way to Google, but on the way, we're actually going to get a copy of the same data that Google's going to get. We'll be able to decrypt it and then find out where we've been throughout the day. Within minutes, the numbers rolled in. The phone that wasn't on airplane mode registered more than 100 locations, 130 activities, and even 152 barometric readings.
Not very clear,
as soon as it hooked up to our Wi-Fi, it transmitted 300 kilobytes of data straight to Google. The phone even logged our exact locations, tracking us all around town, the Capitol, the hospital, the school, and the cathedral. Now, you may notice what's missing here is the exact route that we took, but it got that data too. It knows when I got out of the car. The metadata has a time log down to the very second, tracking everything. when they think that you're walking, riding, and yes, even getting out of the car. Okay, so you're thinking, this isn't a big deal, I'll just put my phone in airplane mode. Yeah, we thought of that too. This is the other phone that we had with us that no SIM card also remained in airplane mode the entire time. Let's see what kind of data it captured. The phone with airplane mode activated actually logged more locations and activities than the other phone, and it also transferred hundreds of kilobytes of data to Google as soon as it was activated. The only thing that's missing from this map is our stop at the Children's Hospital, but it still knows we were there. There it is. Exiting vehicle, 100% accuracy. Through complicated user agreements and free software, Google gets users to sign away their privacy for nothing. They're even following you in the places that most people would expect total privacy. Government buildings, a children's hospital, a private school, a church. Every move you make, every step you take, Google is watching you.
Wow. But you see what I mean? I mean, sometimes...
Google is tracking us. We agreed to it when we said...
Yeah, I know Google is tracking us. Yeah, so... You know, when you do watch that, it is kind of disconcerting because you do feel as though, okay, you've got the phone, and if you take it with you and it's not on, it's not connected to no Wi-Fi, there's no network service, it's on airplane mode, you would not think that that phone could tell Google or any of its subsidiaries what you're doing and where you're going, but it can. So the phone itself is a transmitter. It's got nothing to do with the airwaves or the network or the Wi-Fi, which I think is a bit of a cheat because we are paying for Wi-Fi, we are paying for broadband, and yet they can get the information even if we don't have those things connected. So why are we paying for it then? If that's the case, if they can still get that data. So that means that phone has got nothing to do what we want it for. It's got to do with what the government want it for. And it's all just the plan for the future. It's got nothing to do with now. They're not interested in now, but they want to set up a kind of a device that we're all used to and that we can all just merrily go along with, and we're already part of that cycle. I just thought I'd share that with you. You may be interested, you may be not, but I guess if you clicked on it, it might be of some interest to you. Okay then, that's all for now. Bye.